Alright guys, and on today's video we have Shawn and Sally from Big South Overland. I'll drop a link in the description below for their YouTube channel. They have a really nice build. It's a 2019 Toyota Tacoma with an Alu-Cab canopy system on there. We talked to Shawn about why he got into overlanding and what he really enjoys about it and why he built the rig the way they did. It's a really nice rig, guys, and you guys will definitely enjoy this video. So, as always, stay tuned. Let's go and introduce yourself and your build.
Well, my name is Shawn. Myself and my wife Sally, we are Big South Overland. And if you're not familiar with overlanding, it is exactly what it says, overland. You drive overland, you camp along the way. And with our build, it's taken us about 2 years to get to this point. We are driving a 2019 Toyota Tacoma off-road. And we are sporting the Alu-Cab canopy camper, and it is a unit that is built in South Africa and then shipped to the U.S. and it starts as a basic shell, and then you improvise from there, build it out to your specifications. With, in our case, we installed some benches that we built and some cabinetry for clothing and dry goods and things like that. We've also equipped it with their shadow on, which is a huge thing for us because this awning is totally self-supporting. It hangs on the side of the truck and does not need any legs to support it on the outer edges. It'll hold up to approximately a 30-mile-an-hour wind. Wow. You can actually do a chin-up on the pole.
That's crazy.
It's strong, man, I'll tell you.
When I was looking at this, I was like, man, that thing is beefy. So, you know, if you were giving somebody advice on how to get into what you guys are doing, what would you give them?
Just start. My best advice is just start. You don't need a lot of the stuff that's out there to get going in this. Just get out in the woods and go camping. You can start in a tent. A lot of people start with a tent, a ground tent. You can get a rooftop tent. I mean, overlanding in the Subaru Outback is a big thing. A lot of people have Subarus. That's a car, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
The biggest thing is just start and get out there. Don't wait till you have the latest and greatest. We did that a little bit. I'm very big on, I like to be comfortable. I want it set up and ready to go. Looking back now, I wish I had gone a little more at the start, but now at this point, we have it like we want it. We have, like I said, the Alu-Cab canopy camper. We have 10 gallons of onboard water. We have solar on the roof, so we have a lithium battery to power everything. We have refrigeration on the truck.
I saw that. That's pretty cool. I mean, what is that, 12-volt system, right?
That's a 12-volt system, a Dometic fridge. It is a dual zone, so it is either a fridge and a freezer. It's two-sided, or you can make both sides a refrigerator. Wow. And it's a 75-liter, so it's a large fridge. It does take up a lot of space. We ended up taking the back seat out of our truck, and I built a slide here, so this slides in and out of the truck. It just kind of hangs there, as you can see. We upgraded the suspension as well. But there again, a lot of the stuff you don't need to do to be able to go and start overlanding. Start small and work your way up.
You know, we found the same thing. So she used to have a small Toyota Corolla. We used to stuff to the gills with tents and clothes and food and stuff like that. And we just go out there and figure it out. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Like, their setup is absolutely gorgeous. Like,
Thank you very much.
Down to the paint of the truck looks great. The wheels and tires, everything looks like it has a purpose. And that's something I would say, advice-wise, is that bring only what you need and leave what you don't.
Exactly.
Because ounces after pounds, like, you end up loading up a truck. Like, you have a truck, and I'm sure this is what, a couple 100 pounds at least, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably pretty beefy. So I wouldn't put this on a Toyota Corolla.
No.
But, you know, a small pickup truck, you know, a Ford Ranger.
Well, these are ideally designed to go on the mid-size truck, the Tacoma, the Ford Ranger, a Jeep Gladiator nowadays. So, you know, referencing back to what do you need to get started, you don't need a lot. And you'll find, like I said, that things are ever evolving. You'll also find that it's the KISS method.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Right, keep it simple. You'll find out that if something is too much trouble, and we experienced this on several things, if something's too difficult to work with or too much trouble to set up, you'll stop using it.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes dead weight in the vehicle. So you constantly have to be aware of making the best use of the items that you're taking.
So we're back. So we were just talking about how I have a fifth wheel,
right?
And I was originally intending on doing a overland build,
right?
Because my wife and I do a lot of rough teaming, rough camping, and it kind of didn't work out that way because I bought the fifth wheel and got a better deal on it than the travel trailer,
right?
But let's talk about the actual setup itself.
Okay.
You said you installed some benches, and I see you did the slide on the cooler,
right?
But what other things you kind of want to highlight?
Well, the way Alu-Cab works is it starts out as just a basic empty shell, which is great for folks like us who like to kind of DIY it, and then we're able to customize it specifically for our needs. Like I said, we built some benches that are inside the truck. And inside one of those benches, I've installed a diesel heater for those cold times, because you like to be warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've built a little cabinetry there on the end where we put some of our clothes and some of our dry foods down at the bottom. So, it's a lot easier to hop out of bed and get dressed in a warm space than have to step outside the truck and get dressed outside, which is tree for some of our clothing and some of our dry goods and things like that. Some other modifications we've done, as you mentioned, our fridge. We've removed the back seats of the truck, both seats, and so we built a platform, and this is a 75-liter dual zone fridge, and of course it just closes up and slides right in.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I noticed you guys have a lanyard on there too, so it doesn't come out.
Right. That's our power cord.
Oh, okay.
That's because 12-volt fridge, so it's tied into a fuse block, which is mounted to a lithium battery in the bed of the truck, which powers all of our LED lights, our fridge, our heater, and then of course this is two slides and it's back out, and then we can access whatever we need inside the fridge.
That's awesome.
Quite easily.
That's awesome. So I was going to ask you about that too, and you kind of touched on the power source. So what are the power demands of the truck? It's not too much on the vehicle itself, right? Because you guys have the battery to separate.
Right. We have an auxiliary battery. We didn't start that way. We started out with it drawing power straight from the starting battery, and soon discovered that the typical lead acid battery can't sustain that power.
Right.
If you're just running a couple of LED lights, it's not a big deal. But again, that's one of those things where you see that it evolves.
Right.
So at this point, it's evolved into a 102 amp hour lithium iron battery, which powers the LED lights, some 12-volt sockets, some USB sockets, 12-volt powered diesel heater. The fridge, of course, is 12-volt, all powered from that. Solar panel on the roof that keeps that battery topped off during the day when we're sitting still. And then we also have a DC to DC charger, all tied together so that when the truck is running and we're driving down the road, basically the alternator is charging the battery and keeping it topped off. So when we stop for night, we have the ability to run that fridge all night, run those lights all night at camp in the dark, and not have to worry about working in the dark or being caught totally in the dark due to the power of that battery.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. That's actually almost identical to what the RV world has, right?
Right.
So, I still have two giant, lead acid batteries.
Right.
Eventually, we'll step up to solar and lithium-ion batteries, but you're right. So it ties into the truck only when you need it to, and everything's drawn off of that battery.
Correct. And the particular charging unit we have is proactive in the fact that it will take priority and use the sun as priority one.
Right.
If the truck is running and we're driving down the road and it detects that it's getting more power from the solar, it'll charge the battery by solar.
Wow.
Versus
so it's a smart charger.
It's a smart charger. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's a smart charger.
Yeah.
And it works great so far. We like it a lot. They're a little bit of expense to those, but if you do any kind of overlanding or RVing or camping like that, you'll come to realize pretty quick that this type of lifestyle is not cheap, but the reward for that is the freedom that you get.
Absolutely.
Especially with us, even more so than you, we can pretty much pull up anywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't need power. I don't need running water to operate. Not that you do, but I can go for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So with just like he said, he can pull up anywhere. I have another video showing how to pull into a truck stop, because a lot of RVers are kind of scared of that.
Right.
Some people don't realize that truck stops are probably safer than going to a Walmart parking lot. And whereas you guys pull over to the side of the road into the woods and have a good time, or you guys can go to a campground or whereas I actually have to pre-plan because my RV is so long.
Right.
So that's, you know, it's absolutely one of the benefits. If you guys want to get into camping more so than the RV lifestyle, then absolutely, I think this is a very viable option to do that.
Right, it is. You know, and one of the things that we looked at when we decided to try to devote some time to doing this was the pros and cons of something that we tow versus something that's in the truck. If I'm towing something, that makes me longer.
Yeah.
Harder to turn around.
Absolutely.
Harder to get in and out of places like you were saying. The Tacoma, roughly 16 foot long, and I can pull up just about any. We have stayed in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, I
Not
have to.
super comfortable.
Yeah,
but hey,
it does
we've
the
done
job.
it. You know, we've stayed in a Walmart parking lot and it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. So
down the bar. So then you're up in the tent.
Anyway, it seems like this truck's getting a lot of attention, and rightfully so. This is a
Well, thank you.
gorgeous truck. It's
Thank
a
you very
gorgeous
much.
setup, and I think this is something that, you know, if you're really serious about getting into camping and really doing this, or maybe this is another lifestyle you kind of want to explore, great option to do it.
Oh, certainly. It definitely is. It's, you know, and like I said at the start, you don't need a lot of the stuff. Just get some stuff and go camping. Get
Absolutely.
outside and enjoy the outdoors. That's the main thing. The other things will come. You'll gain experience. You'll gain confidence.
Yep.
Just get out there and do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Not to rip off Nike, not sponsored by the way. But hey, if you do want to sponsor me, you know, I'm broke. You know, I need some money, so this is expensive too. But anyway, one more time, let's go and shout out your social media, you and your wife's name, and your channel. I'll link it down below. So, by all
Okay.
means.
We are Big South Overland. I'm Shawn and my wife Sally. We're on Instagram at Big South Overland as well. We have a few videos out, so we appreciate if you go and give us a look on YouTube and like those videos and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That helps the channel out a lot. And we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us as well.
Absolutely,
Very,
absolutely.
very great to meet you.
Likewise. So, like I said, guys, I'm Nick with Cos Garage, or CGMRV. It's probably going to be on both channels. But, you know, link in the description below for not only their channel, but where you guys can find some of this great camping equipment, some of this extra material. Or maybe you just want to shoot us some questions, shoot them some questions. They're probably a better fit for that than I am. Shoot them a message, ask some questions. You know, that's how you get into this. His #1 rule was just do it. So thanks again, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, and that'll do it for today's video. As always, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Give Big South Overland a follow on their social media and their YouTube channel. They got some really great content, and like Shawn said in the video, just get out there. Go ahead and do what your heart desires. If that's truly to get out there, maybe build your own overland rig, whatever. Just as long as you guys are doing it safely. So, as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.